Have you ever heard someone complain about being stuck in the friend zone? It's a term we hear a lot, describing a situation where one person has romantic feelings, but the other only sees them as a friend. Many people dismiss it, but what if there's a deeper biological reason behind this common social dilemma? Could the friend zone be a kind of evolutionary trap? A mismatch in how we've evolved to seek partners? Let's dive into the science behind attraction and see what it tells us about this frustrating experience. We'll start with a fundamental concept in evolutionary biology known as Bateman's principle, proposed by biologist Angus John Bateman in the 1940s. This principle looks at the different reproductive strategies between males and females across many species. In essence, Bateman observed that the investment in creating offspring is not equal. For females, the investment is incredibly high. Think about the biological resources required for pregnancy, childbirth, and nurturing the young. This means that a female's reproductive success isn't necessarily limited by how many partners she has, but by the quality of the partner she chooses. She has a limited number of opportunities to reproduce, so each choice carries significant weight. On the other hand, for males, the minimum biological investment is much lower. This leads to a different strategy where reproductive success is often linked to the number of mating opportunities. This fundamental difference creates a dynamic where, generally speaking, females are the more selective sex, while males are the more competitive sex. Of course, human relationships are far more complex than this. But this principle provides a powerful framework for understanding some underlying tensions. So what does this have to do with the friend zone? It suggests that men and women might be looking for different things at different times in a potential partner. For a woman, whose evolutionary strategy prioritizes selectivity, her initial attraction triggers might be geared towards signals of genetic fitness, strength, confidence, and social status. These are ancient cues that historically signaled a potential partner's ability to provide and protect. This isn't a conscious checklist. It's a deep-seated, instinctual response. It's about feeling a certain spark, a pull of attraction that is often immediate and not entirely logical. A man operating on a short-term mating strategy might be trying to display these exact traits. He's trying to signal that he is a desirable choice, hoping to trigger that initial spark of attraction quickly. Now, let's consider the nice guy. This is often the person who finds themselves in the friend zone. They are typically dependable, kind, supportive, and agreeable. These are all wonderful qualities for a long-term partner, a friend, or a co-parent. They signal reliability and a willingness to invest time and resources, which are crucial for raising a family. The problem is, these traits don't always light up the initial, short-term attraction triggers. While a woman's conscious mind might say he's so sweet and would be a great partner, her more primal, emotional brain might not be getting the signals of dominance, excitement, and high status it's wired to look for first. So, the nice guy often successfully builds a connection based on comfort, trust, and emotional support. He becomes a valued friend, someone she can rely on and confide in. However, in doing so, he may have failed to demonstrate the qualities that sparked that initial powerful romantic desire. He's been categorized as a provider or investor type from the very beginning, without first establishing himself as a desirable romantic option. It's a classic mismatch. The man is offering long-term investment qualities, hoping they will lead to short-term romantic interest. The woman, however, might be unconsciously separating her criteria. She might be looking for short-term attraction signals first, and only considering long-term provider qualities later in a relationship, or in a partner who has already passed the initial attraction test. This is why a woman might say she wants a nice, stable partner, but then finds herself attracted to someone who seems more challenging or unpredictable. It's not that she's being dishonest. It's that her short-term and long-term desires are being driven by different evolutionary mechanisms. The nice guy effectively skips a step. He goes straight to demonstrating his value as a long-term partner. But in the process, he may never trigger the chemistry needed to get out of the platonic category. He becomes a safe harbor, not an exciting destination. The woman genuinely values his friendship and doesn't want to lose it, but the romantic spark just isn't there for her. From her perspective, he's a wonderful person, but just not in that way. actions and maintaining a sense of independence and self-worth. It's about not putting someone on a pedestal and focusing all your energy on pleasing them, but rather building an exciting and fulfilling life for yourself that others will naturally want to be a part of. When you showcase your value through your actions and your own self-respect, you are more likely to trigger those initial attraction signals. You signal that you are not just a provider of comfort, but a high-value individual in your own right. This shifts the dynamic from one of supplication to one of mutual interest and respect. Understanding the evolutionary underpinnings of the friend zone isn't an excuse for bad behavior or a reason to be bitter. It's a tool for self-awareness. It helps us see that these patterns aren't personal attacks, but often the result of deep-seated biological strategies playing out in a complex modern world. By understanding the game, you can learn to navigate it more effectively. If you found this exploration of evolutionary psychology and attraction interesting, and you want to learn more about the science behind human relationships, make sure to subscribe to my channel. We break down complex topics like this every week. Thanks for watching Sex Education Repo, and we'll see you in the next video.